This show is brought to you by Manscaped. Use the code AFTV for 20% off your order and free shipping at manscaped.com. AFTV DT, I have to say that was a very, very impressive performance by Arsenal today. Fully deserved the win. Yeah. I was saying to some of the guys here, it's almost like we forget that we were actually 1-0 down.
Yeah.
The way in which we sort of came back, and it was such a kind of easy win at the. I mean, we were just running jokes in it at the end there for about the last 20 minutes. It was kind of that comfortable.
Yeah. Do you know what the thing is? I think it's easy to forget that we played on Thursday night in Greece. I know that Leicester had a game, but they had home comforts, and we had to travel. And a stat that I realised through the game when we went 1-0 down was that we've lost 6 of our 7 matches directly after the Europa League this season.
Ooh.
So I was like, oh no, why did you tell me that when we were losing? So it was a really, really good game. Bar that first 5 minutes, I can't fault that performance. Even when we went 3-1 up, it was as though the players sat there and said, right, game management. You don't need to go and get 4 or 5. Yes, you know, we love to go and get 4, 5 or 6, and it's amazing. But given the context of the week that we've had, or even longer than that, traveling away to Rome, playing Man City, traveling to Greece, playing Leicester, 3-1, 3 points in the bag. See the game out, you know, and Leicester looked very, very tired at that point. Injuries have affected them big time, which is something that I spoke to you about before the game, and that we had to capitalize on those injuries, and we had to, you know, go and get a stranglehold of that game, and we did. And Willian and Pepe, for me, were the 2 best players on the pitch. You know, you couldn't argue either one of them getting man of the match, because I felt they were both as good as each other.
You know, Willian's come under lots and lots of criticism, lots. But came on the other night, had a good little cameo when he came on, was, you know, had an assist in that. And then again today, 2 more assists, and really positive. I mean, he looked a different player out there.
It wasn't just the fact that he had a couple of assists. It was his game in general. Now, I see some people not giving him any credit at all for Thursday night. You know, it was... Look, I've been the first to criticize Willian when he's, you know, done wrong or not playing properly. But there's some people that can't even give him praise when he deserves it. So I hope today that they can give him some praise, because, you know, all I see on Thursday was, it was a simple pass. You know, Tierney still had loads to do. How are you giving him credit? Give him credit today, because his overall game was superb. His energy, his drive, just everything about his game was, you know, a Willian that I normally see in a Chelsea shirt. So really, really
It was the Chelsea Willian that turned up today.
Exactly. You know, I don't know what happened, what's going on, or whatever it might be, but long may it continue for the rest of the season, because, you know, that kind of performance is what we've expected when we signed him. You know, we want to see those kind of performances. And what that does is it takes the pressure off the players that are having to perform week in, week out, and you're putting so much, you know, pressure on, like Saka. You know, we had a heated discussion, shall we say, before the game about the team selection. And I said, no, Saka has to come out of the team. Has to, because he's close to burnout. And the only way that will be justified is by the results and the players that come in. Willian come in and you didn't miss Saka. Pepe come in, you don't miss Saka. Nobody missed him today. We were all sitting there by the end and going, yep, nice little break Saka got today. Lovely. Getting fired up and ready for the game against Burnley in 6 days' time. Lovely. Absolutely no comparison at all. And I'll tell you another statistic that really summed up everything today. What Pepe can do with a right back that actually plays to his strengths behind him. Pepe and Cedric linked up 31 times in today's game. In the last game, where it was Bellerin and Pepe, they linked up 7. the difference is so obvious to see.
What is the reason? What is the reason for that difference then? Because what does Cedric do different?
Overlaps. Very key. Overlaps. And what that does is it opens up everything for Pepe. You know, we've been sitting here saying Pepe's played so well on the left-hand side. That's where he should stay. Maybe it's just the fact that on the right, he hasn't had a proper right back behind him. Because on the right today, he looked like the Pepe that was playing on the left. And coincidentally, when he was on the left, who was behind him?
Cedric.
Cedric.
Yeah, they looked a better balance about the team today, didn't they?
Much better balance. Much better balance. I think after his mistake in the first 5 minutes, Granit Xhaka played a brilliant game. I thought he was everywhere. And I loved the way that he was drawing fouls in that last 20, 30 minutes and just slowing everything down, just constantly. I didn't mind that at all. Partey got a good 20-odd minutes in his legs. Odegaard, when he came on, I thought, you know, just offers such, you know, dynamism with the way that he plays and the way that he opens things up, and that little ball behind for the third goal, and Willian puts it across. And let's not also forget Lacazette's hand in that right inside our own half with the strength. And
strength, yeah.
You know, exactly. And I don't mean, I'm not trying to use this as a picking fault, but I don't think Aubameyang does that.
No, he doesn't.
You know what I mean? So it's overall, like, on the balance of everything, it's a really, really good performance. And I know some people go, Leicester have got injuries or anything else. You can't have it either way.
Yeah, but they've got injuries, but, you know, Maddison, that's one guy that's out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They've still got a strong team. They're still third in the league. Before the game, I'm not saying about us as, like, that are saying this. I'm saying in general, all you see is before the game, are you playing Leicester? You're going to lose. Leicester are going to slap Arsenal up. Vardy going to do this. Vardy going to do that. When you beat them, you've got to find an excuse as to why we beat them. Oh, yeah, but the reason was because of, maybe you want to ask David Luiz and that if they'll let Vardy out of his pocket tonight. Because I never see anything from Jamie Vardy. And he's a guy, he loves scoring against Arsenal. So it was so nice to actually put him in a pocket for once and just shut him up. You know, sit in that pocket with a can of Red Bull and be quiet. You know what I mean? Just stay in there. So it was so nice the way that we performed, and the fact that we're not sitting there and we're not talking about the penalty that wasn't given. You know, things like that, contentious decisions. We're not sitting there worrying about it. We're going, yeah, it happened. All right, move on. We're talking about the performance. And that's what I want to focus on today, the performance, the team selection, the players that came in. Give them the praise that they deserve. Willian and Pepe in particular are two players that can sit there tonight and say, yeah, you know what, earned my wage this week. Really, really impressive. And Pepe, let's be right about this. Pepe, that's not a one-off performance in the last month or so from him. He's been the one that's been very, very unlucky to be moved out of the team. So again, Pepe's a player that's knocking on a door to Mikel and saying, listen, I'm performing every week I'm playing right now. I deserve to be playing. And if I'm not, when I get a chance, I'm going to prove you wrong. And that's what we've been calling for a long time, Robbie. All these players that are being left out the team, might not be here 1 week. Lacazette today, he can feel hard done by the last few weeks. Pepe can feel hard done by the last few weeks. Now they make it difficult for Mikel because they're saying, all right, leave me out. Now try and leave me out because I'm still performing. That's what you want from a team and a squad. So very, very happy. We were above Spurs for about 2 minutes. It was nice. But we get a nice break now. We move on to Burnley next week, and it's another big game, and it's another chance to get 3 points.
This show is brought to you by Manscaped. Use the code AFTV for 20% off your order and free shipping at manscaped.com.